Wanting to go from 133 down to 75 kilograms, wanting to lose around 60 kg in total. Let's come up with a plan to get you down to 75. The first thing we need to cover is your mindset heading into this. A lot of the time when we feel like we're far away from our goal, we try and rush the process because we feel like we've got a lot to lose. The thing is, even if you try and rush the process as fast as you possibly could and sacrifice everything in your life, you're still not going to get there overnight. So I'm going to give you a long-term plan to not only help you lose the 60 kilograms, but help you keep it off for life. So if you're after a quick fix, this video isn't for you. We can start by finding a daily calorie target for you. And we can do this by multiplying your goal weight of 75 kilograms times 26. And that's going to give us around 1950 calories each day. So somewhere between 1900 and 2000 is a great place to aim. Another way that you can approach it is looking at your calories as a weekly balance. Simply multiply your daily target of around 2000 by 7. And that gives us 14,000 calories to use across the week. Doing it this way means that you can have higher or lower days depending on what you're doing. And that way you don't have to stick to an exact calorie target each day. Use this as your starting point and see how things go. And there's a few things that we want to pay attention to here. The first thing is how hungry you are. If you notice that you're feeling starving on these calories, that could be a sign that we need to start a little bit higher. Ideally, you want to be in a place where you're losing weight fairly quickly in the beginning without feeling like you're starving yourself. Something that will help a lot with that is your protein intake. Now, if you're wondering how much protein you should be having, an easy way we can find this out is by multiplying your goal weight of 75 by 1.6. That's going to give us your protein minimum. So 75 times 1.6 is around 120 grams minimum each day. Remember, this is only a minimum and you can definitely go higher than this, especially if you feel like you're hungry. Something that I hear a lot of people say is that I just want to lose the fat first, then focus on toning up. But that's not a great way to approach things, because ideally you should be trying to preserve your muscle mass as you lose weight. That way it makes the weight loss process a whole lot easier and means that you can eat more food as you lose weight. Otherwise, it's a race to the bottom in terms of your calorie intake. Next thing we want to focus on is your fiber intake. Fiber is a must if you want to make your weight loss process feel as easy as possible. And fiber helps by slowing down your digestion. Anything that slows down your digestion means that it's going to take longer before you feel hungry again. And in terms of how much fiber you should be getting each day, if you're a female, aim for around 25 to 30 grams of fiber each day, and if you're a male, around 30 to 40 grams each day. Next, we have your fat intake. Getting in enough healthy fats is going to play a massive role in regulating your hormones. So you want to aim for around 20% of your calories coming from fats at a minimum. And you want to try and get fats from things like avocado, extra virgin olive oil, and fatty fish. After reaching these numbers, it's up to you whether you fill the rest of your calories from carbs or fats. Now that's your food sorted. And I know that can sound like a lot of stuff to try and digest, and we've only just started by covering your food. If you want some help with your food where I work all of the stuff out for you, so all you have to do is focus on following the plan, not trying to work everything out, then you can apply to work with me on my page. Because you don't want to try and spend years guessing your way through the process and just hoping that you're doing the right thing. Next up is your activity level. My absolute favorite way to focus on your daily activity is by monitoring your daily steps. Now don't worry about the magic number 10,000 steps. All you have to do is track your steps every single day and then look to improve that number over time. Keep it simple and focus on increasing your activity level over time to make sure that you're as active as possible. Next thing we can look at is some resistance training. Now for a lot of you, you might be feeling uncomfortable in your body and the gym is the last place that you want to be. The good news is you don't even have to start by going to the gym. You can do things just by working out at home, whether you're using resistance bands, dumbbells, or even body weight. And for a lot of my clients, I make them programs that they can follow at home, even if it's just until they've got the confidence to go into the gym. Because as you start feeling more confident in your body, things like the gym start to feel less overwhelming. Another thing that we want to put a big priority on is your sleep. Now the chances are you're probably not sleeping great at the moment, because most people that come to see me say that they struggle with their sleep. And a lot of people have resided to the fact that they think this is just the way it's going to be for the rest of their life. But the good news is that isn't true. Your sleep can dramatically improve as you start to do these other things that improve your health. The reason why you're not sleeping well is because something else in your life is probably out of balance. Whether that's not enough activity, or not enough nutritious food, or overstressing about things. So once you start to look after the things I mentioned earlier, your sleep will start to improve. And the last thing I want you to focus on is something so simple that most of us aren't doing right, and that is drinking enough water. Now the best way to focus on this is get yourself a big bottle, fill it up at the start of the day, and try your best to finish that bottle by the end of the day. That way you've got a measure on how much that you're having. And if you find by the end of the day, your drink bottle's nearly full, you know that's something you need to work on. Now again, focusing on your water intake is going to make a massive difference into how you feel, how your recovery is, and how easy it is to lose weight. So make sure you're not skipping out on that. Those things should give you a great place to start on your journey. If you feel like you need some more guidance for you in your own situation, you can apply to work with me on my page.